I submit to you that even though there are many things broken and not right, we're in a time in America where we are seeing the opposite of George Washington's philosophy. A man who made very clear the demise of America would be found in partisanship. Made it clear 234 years ago. He said, if you ever start dividing yourselves up in extreme groups, it's going to be nothing but trouble. George Washington was a man who became a father because he knew how to rally the people and get them on one page, together, focused. Now we have leaders who go out of their way to push you to extreme rights or extreme lefts. The reality is most of us don't fit into either one of those little packages. The press just depicts it as though this is the way it is. And we're going, that is not the way it is. But I've got good news for you today. America's been a blessed nation not because of the shape of this country, the literal dirt that's in the ground. This nation has been blessed because of the people of God that established this nation. And as long as the people of God, the Church of America, is under God, being led by His Spirit, can I tell you something? America is going to continue on. We're going to keep being refined. We're going to keep growing. We may have some bumps in the road. I understand we're in an unusual time right now where there's a hard push to push America into some directions that we all know will not be good. But sometimes before you realize what you can have, you got to be pulled over into an area where you go, whoa! Sometimes you got to be shocked a little bit. Sometimes you got to have an aqua velva slap in the face, say, wake up, or that was high karate, wasn't it? It's easy to look at all the things that are broke in America today. But I mean when I put on that sign out there this week, the true patriot sees the good in their nation. Because the one who is not the patriot that only sees what's broke, what's messed up, will become a grumbler and a murmurer and a complainer. And we've already seen what happens to the people of a nation that does that. The ground opens up and swallows them. And figuratively speaking, that's what will happen to America. I'm here to tell you the heart of the patriot is still beating. And it's beating in the church of Jesus Christ. People who say, we're not on the right or the left. We're not Republicans or Democrats. We're the people of God. We are not defined by a Democratic Party or a Republican Party. We're defined by being under God. The Spirit of God leads us. And as long as that exists, we exist. As long as the heart of the true patriot, which is the child of God, lives, America lives. The person with the non-patriotic heart will say, well, this thing's going to hell in a handbasket, man, it's getting ready to fall apart. And yet I'm remembering when God came to a man in the Bible, ready to destroy a city. He said, I'm going to take this place out, look at the sin. He says, please save us. Please don't destroy our city. And God comes to men like Abraham and Lot, and His Spirit begins to speak to them. He's saying, guys, I'm telling you, they bartered. He said, if you can just find a small handful of righteous people left in the city, I'll save it. And I want you to know America doesn't have a small handful of righteous people. America has millions of righteous people. And as long as those people exist, it may seem like a Gideon's army comparatively, but God's done shown us. I don't care if it's a small number, Gideon's army. If it's 300 righteous and 32,000 enemy trying to annihilate you, I will favor the righteous. The patriot must understand that. If God is for us, who can be against us? Republican, Democrat, whatever the case may be, liberal press, socialistic mindsets, it all comes out of the woodwork from time to time. But I want you to know, as long as the heart of the child of God, the heart of the patriot is beating, all is well in America. And what would happen that would seem so bad, even this thing going on in the Gulf, I promise you, God will turn it for good. And for us not to understand that is evidence we still don't understand righteousness. Right standing with God. Why is America as a people in right standing with God? Because the church is in right standing with God. And I want to tell you something, guys. Despite what you think is going on out there, all is well in the body of Christ. There may be sectors falling away. There may be denominations that are dying off with generations. So be it. Ain't nothing new under the sun if you know any history at all. If you're not changing, you're dying. America has been nothing but continual change, 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 change. And the church has not been exempted from that. Surges and flows. Something rising up and being dominant, and now it's dying off and fading into the sunset. The next new thing is coming. Nothing new there. And we always think, well, if this thing that was so big is now dying off, that means the whole thing is dying off. No, it's just dead skin cells is all it is. The body is growing. And in the body of Christ, all is well. And because all is well in the church, all is well in America.